Welcome in, everybody, to another episode of Doc's Daily. It is Wednesday, July 9th. It's 1 o'clock Eastern, or thereabouts. I'm probably 2 minutes late. I'm joined with Raphael, Esparza, Nick Menken. I'm Detroit Lenny. You're whoever you want to be today. Make sure you like, share, drop in the comments what you're into, side total, prop, or otherwise. We'd love to hear about it. Got to pay some bills before we get into everything. New customers, free $60 account, docsports.com /free 60. Links in the description of the video. It's real easy. Sign up at the website. Easy peasy. Split that $60 up between these two knuckleheads if you so desire. By the way, if you don't have glasses, take your broke ass home. You can't be on this show without glasses today. I'm just saying. We just realized that like literally 30 seconds before we went live. So it could have been planned as well. Doc's free $60 account. YouTube Premium, $19.99 for Indian Cowboys level. Premium Plus is $49.99. You get 3 Doc's expert plays from Craig Trapp in a video format, 2 3-star, 4-star plays. They're randomly selected. Craig brings them to you in the video. Make sure you, if you do this, the YouTube Premium Plus, you got to do it on the desktop. I mean, you don't have to, but it is like $10 to $15 cheaper on a desktop as opposed to your mobile device. They charge you more. Detroit Lenny's always telling you to shop your lines, find the value, save your value, get your coupon book out, write your note somewhere in it, do it on the desktop, get in. It's like a $2,700 a month value. Thereabouts. Craig did the math. I don't know what to tell you with the Detroit Public Schools. Gentlemen, Wednesday, hump day, MLB baseball. A couple games on the WNBA going on. One game is already done. It's 10 a.m. in Vegas, and one game for the WNBA is done. I complained about this yesterday, and I know that the higher ups in the WNBA watch this show, so I'm going to personally try to talk to you right now. What are you doing? I don't understand. Raphael, maybe you can shed some light on this because us knuckleheads yesterday, we had no idea why they do this. And are they trying to tank this league or can you answer that?
No, I'm actually, you asked me this because the show I did yesterday, they asked me the same question. WNBA has a lot of stuff to do with the Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts and stuff like that. So these early games, so when you take your kid to camps, the camps bring the kids in for free to watch the games so they get the experience of WNBA. That's why they're early times. So that's why some of these early games are the camps coming in. If you see the crowd, it's a bunch of little kids screaming and they want their popcorn and spilling everything all over the place. These early times are for camps around the city. So that's why these early games exist.
It makes it good for us, Lenny, our degenerate gambling. We get to wake up and bet on WNBA right away.
How do you not bet Golden State today plus the 7? Like they're up double digits? I think at halftime. With Caitlin Clark coming back, you figured she was going to be rusty coming back, and she was rusty when she was on the court. So Golden State. They're playing Golden Knight basketball. Remember when the Golden Knights inaugural season? That's what the Valkyries are doing.
They really are. I mean, they're playing very well. They're up 41-32 at halftime. And now I feel bad for kind of ripping on them a little bit yesterday at WNBA. It makes sense. I knew somebody would know, and that if you don't ask, you don't know. Now I know. I'm learning right along with you. And don't come in the chat, by the way, saying that, because all of you were in here yesterday and none of you answered the question either. Only Raphael did. So everybody else, you're welcome. Hit the like button or you won't win a bet. That's how we roll on this show. Good luck, unless you're against us. So, yeah, I mean, the Sun beat the Storm by 10 earlier today. We still have Lynx Mercury at 3:30 Eastern, and then the late game is the Wings and the Sky.
The Sun were plus 17 today at home as the Mercury, all the money came in on the Mercury. The total came down a little bit, but wow, big win for the Connecticut Sun, who won out of Connecticut.
They went out of Connecticut? Is that the rumor mill or is that fact?
Yeah, they went out. I think they're losing their Mohegan Sun contract and they'll probably leave Connecticut. So, yes.
Where did they go? I know there's three expansion teams out there, on the slate to come. I know Detroit is one of them. Shout out to Detroit Shock. If you know, you know. I'm old. That was the WNBA team back in the day.
The Cleveland Rockers.
Cleveland Rockers. Yes, I remember. Yeah. You know, so you can get an oil change.
I was the first odds maker at
Shock.
MGM.
Before my time, fellas.
And Adam Poland, the guy that used to run Caesars Odds, we were the first two to put the odds on the WNBA in the inaugural season.
Nice. All right, guys, if you got stuff in the chat you want to talk about, I don't want to talk about WNBA, but MLB wise, I know. I learned something today. Let's not push it. Too much information for Lenny. Overload. I got to start taking notes. I learned one good thing today. I'm done. I feel like I can leave work early, maybe hit happy hour, and I should still be good. MLB big slate today. I mentioned yesterday I got kicked in the teeth on Monday for baseball, and then it reminded me that I love baseball yesterday. So we were okay yesterday. And then so we are riding the wave. And when we ride the wave from a degenerate standpoint, I go slow and low today because I'm up, down, and all around. So I'm slow and low today. What about you? What do you guys got going on today? Nick, we'll start with you.
Lower volume day yesterday. It was 50-50 across the boards. I went 1-1 on the baseball side of things. Had a good day with the Boston Red Sox there on the run line. They beat down the Colorado Rockies like expected, but the Houston Astros let me down again against the Cleveland Guardians. Went right back to them. Thought they were going to have a bounce back day, and they pushed it to extras, but didn't get the job done there. So I got one play in the MLB side of things, one play on the props, and one WNBA. Keeping a low volume here today. We got a big weekend on slate with UFC and CFL.
I'll tell you what, Texas, was it Texas? Boston was for, I think it got delayed. I had the team total like over, or no, was it Boston? What game? Some game ended in 7 innings. Oh, the Blue Jays. Sorry, Blue Jays. I was all in Boston as well. Blue Jays ended in 7 innings because of the rain, and I had over 5.5. And I was like, and I wasn't watching the game. I was just refreshing, watching other games, Tiger game, and I'm like, ooh, 6, yes. And I'm like, didn't even need all 9 innings. I don't know. I felt like I should win more because they hit it in 7, but that didn't happen. But I was happy they cashed me out and didn't void bets. Raphael, what do you like today in MLB?
Back in the day where we void bets for not finishing games, I miss those days. I really do miss those days because now you have to make sure your book does that. Some books don't do that. You're aggravating, you're stressing. So I miss the good old days. Yesterday we had a good day. We had the St. Louis Cardinals, which I totally forgot they even played the game because they were in a rain delay. And what was I doing? I was eating, had a nice meal last night. Thought the game was delayed. I get home, start watching some stuff. I had a winner. Wow. I thought the game got delayed. So I had the Cardinals last night. That was a good win, even though I hate the Cardinals. We're supposed to hate the Cardinals, but I'll get the big win on the Cardinals. Had a nice WNBA prop winner as well yesterday. So I actually had a really good day, a bunch of small stuff yesterday, but a nice positive day, which needed. But I'm with Nick. This is a big weekend. UFC, CFL. It's a big fight if you like fights or fake fights because WWE has pay-per-view events Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You have an all-women's boxing on Netflix this weekend with Taylor and Cerrone trilogy fight for the championship. That's all boxing on every card on that is all women. And then you have UFC on Saturday. Who doesn't like heavyweights on UFC on Saturday? Right. So it's a really, really nice weekend of stuff to bet on.
I like it. I got a lot of stuff going up this weekend too. I like some UFC card this weekend, but you're right. It's the heavyweights draw me in. I mean, it could be, it's just, fat guys relate to each other. Big guys kind of gravitate toward each other.
This weekend,
yeah, it's just that. I like that. Today's MLB cards looking pretty good as well. I mean, there's some matchups. There's some, we talked a lot yesterday about pitching matchups in the MLB and trying to take advantage of lopsided pitching matchups. I mean, God, Dylan Cease is on the mound for the Padres, and we all know how I feel about Dylan Cease. But I don't know. I shied away from that game. Like I said, I've been up and down, kind of roller coaster. So I check myself, and I'm just kind of minimum plays today. Any
When you're
thoughts?
betting, sorry to interrupt, when you're betting baseball now, July 9th, all the way to their trade deadline, you look at starting pitchers who are auditioning to try to get out of their team. Yesterday, perfect example, Kansas City, Seth Lugo, auditioning to get out of Kansas City to try to ride a bump. We have one in the Marlins game, both Alcantara looking to get out of Miami. Kyle Hendricks, he could be getting out of the Angels if they maybe slide in the next couple of weeks. So when you're looking at baseball pitching matchups, you want to make sure you look at those pitchers who are on that trade deadline. That's why I look at websites for trade rumors, not to believe it, but if someone's reporting smoke, there's usually fire on someone that be. So when you're looking at pitching matchups, make sure you look at that. Perfect example was yesterday, Kansas City Royals.
Fair. Yeah, exactly. Nick, what do you got, MLB? How do you feel about that? The leading up to the trade deadline, speaking of that, because I really will limit myself going forward for this next series, like the Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Like I think the Tigers play the Mariners. That's probably the 3 games I won't bet the Tigers, folks. Just because I don't want nothing to do with that. What do you think?
Rel said it best. I mean, I said it about 2 weeks ago, and we were talking about this topic about do you look to bet heavy when it comes to the trade deadline? And what Ralph said, I eye up people that are on that trade block because they're pitching, like I always say, for their livelihood. This is a business inside of a game here, folks. So they obviously want to come out and have a good end of the first half, so to speak, to see if they can get traded to a different team. So I'm all on what Ralph is saying here, but let me break down a game here and going back to Ralph's play yesterday and the St. Louis Cardinals and the Washington Nationals here. Obviously, the Cardinals got that win 4-2 yesterday, and Mackenzie Gore, their most reliable arm, is back on the mound here. He's 3-8 though, and it's not because he's been pitching bad this season. It's just because of the offensive run production from these Nationals just hasn't been there. He's at an ERA of 3.11 here, and the problem is no offense here for the Nationals. They're 15.5 games behind first place in their division here. I like the Cardinals. I'm all over the Cardinals here. You look at Mackenzie Gore's ERA against the St. Louis Cardinals, over an 8 in his career. Don't overthink this one. Take that St. Louis Cardinals on the money line. We're getting a good value here.
Yeah, I'll say this. I can't stand St. Louis. Okay. I never been to St. Louis. I don't know if you got anything going on, dear St. Louis fans. I really don't care either. I'll just be honest with you. But I will say this. I can't bet on you. I don't win money with you. I don't lose money with you, but I just can't get right. And you're like the definition of mid, and I won't do it. Nick says to bet it. You do it. You should do it. I won't do it, but you people watching, you should do it. By the way, shout out to real quick, my guy Stop Geo. Remember this parlay, Nick, yesterday? They cashed that race to 5.
It's
San Francisco and Philly, neither team to get to 5 plus 158.
That's a hidden gem right there.
Plus 172. My man wants a shot on the show for. Stop Geo's been following me for a long time. He's been with me for some shows. Stop. And I'll tell you what, a show you're gonna like. I'm gonna shamelessly plug this for a second. Is betting outside the box. Ralph, this guy is gonna be our number one. It is right up his alley. Is stuff like this and stuff like this. Check us out Friday. Keep cashing. Yeah, keep cashing, man. Keep running them. Keep coming at me with those out of the box parlay stuff. You know me, I like it. And a little sneak peek too. I'm probably gonna let the cat out of the bag here a little bit. Nick and Griffin got another show coming up for you guys too. Can't tell you what it is or what it's about or what the name of it is, mostly because I don't know. But I want to keep the mystery around it. But it should be coming at you right after the All-Star break. So there's always a method to our madness. Say that again.
A little sneak peek. It will tie in with the dirty 630.
Yes. But I know. That's all we want to say. Keep the mystery. Jesus. Detroit Public Schools, folks. That's all I got to say. Jack says the Reds did him dirty yesterday. Will they bounce back today? Trapp's not here to tell you that they will bounce back. I don't think so.
Just be cautious with Alcantara, like Ralph said. He's pitching on that trade deadlock, so just be cautious with that. I understand Abbott's at home, and he pitches his best at home, so just be cautious the way the Marlins are playing right now.
Especially on the road. The Marlins have been red hot on the road.
So how I'd take that is like I have a very small play, pizza money, because again, I'm limiting myself on my normal size stuff right today. Small pizza money play on the Marlins first 5 money line. Because if Abbott does pitch well and what's his name? Alcantara, I want to call him Alakazam. Alcantara, if he pitches well, maybe I get a push out of this, but if they play like they have been playing Marlins first 5, maybe they get a run or two, I might backdoor into some plus money on a first 5. And that's like plus 110 to 120 in some books. Shop your lines. You know how I do that. What about you?
I would look at live betting on our Reds Marlin games. I have that game circled. What happens, so you can see how a pitcher is doing, how Alcantara is pitching, and all that. So I have that circled to keep an eye out for live betting. I'm going to have synergy again with Nick. Nick had synergy with me earlier. Now I'm going to give it back to him. He cashed yesterday with the Boston Red Sox. And I've been telling this on every show that everyone puts a microphone in front of me. How do we not play against the Colorado Rockies on the run line every day? They got 71 losses this year, Craig. 71. You know how many losses they were by the run line? 57. Do the math. That is crazy. 57. They lost yesterday. 2 games in a series. They've been outscored 19-5. So that means you're even covering the 2.5 plus money on the run line. I'm going to take Boston team total over 5.5 because they could get that in the first inning. And I'm going to take both run lines at 1.5 and 2.5 because, again, we are talking about the Colorado Rockies. They've only won 3 games their last 20 games against American League teams. When are we going to downgrade them to AAA? I'd rather see the Iowa Cubs. I'd rather see the Savannah Bananas, which I might be doing something lately. I'd rather see them in the league than the Colorado Rockies. They are just awful. They're pathetic to watch.
I mean, you can't. Antonio Stanzatella on the mound for the Rockies, 3-12 record with a 6.57 ERA, 1.90 WHIP. I mean, if you're not on the Red Sox, and I keep saying this, I said it to you guys yesterday, 1.5, 2.5, 3.5. There's 3 bets every day for you against the Rockies. And I'm telling you, you're going to hit 2 out of 3 of them. A lot of times you're going to hit all 3.
They lost at home to the White Sox.
Alt lines and ladder that every which way.
The White Sox beat them at home in a series weekend.
That was the series we talked about. That I was like, I don't know what to do in this game. I don't know what to do in this series because
should have been a regulation game. Whoever loses that series should have been regulated.
I think they should both. We got to keep it even. So they both should go down. The Blue Jays too. I'm on the Blue. Same thing. The White not as much. The White Sox are not in the level. I won't even put them in the level of the Rockies, but they're a bad team as well. And the Blue Jays are rolling. They are steamrolling right now. And, Blue Jays, it's just like kind of, I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy, folks. But the corny square parlay of the day at plus 130 on the money line is the Red Sox and the Blue Jays. It's free money. I feel like, 9 out of 10 times, whoever's playing the White Sox, whoever's playing the Rockies, it's a 2-team money line parlay.
Love it. Sprinkle pizza.
Raphael's going, no parlay.
I just saw June's report numbers from a lot of books, and I just saw the parlay report on that. So,
it's bad. But those are people that are like, I laugh. You guys, been in sports books and stuff like that, football, and any of you people that there are people that have never been in a sports book. I realized that the other day having a conversation with somebody, and my buddy's wife bets not, $2 bets, $5 bets for funsies, but she likes to bet baseball. She likes baseball. And she's like, I've never been in a sports book. And I'm like, how is that possible? She's like, well, because when the apps became around, I did that. And then whatever. And I'm like, you never filled out a football card with a 2-inch pencil, like an SAT test? And she's like, no. And I'm like, oh my God. So I realized that, and that's weird to
But that's what I had a conversation with Scott Spreitzer the other day. We cannot call Vegas the mecca of sports gambling anymore. We just can't, because no one goes to books. Why would you want to go in a book and wait in line when you have this?
Yeah, right. I have a whole folder of sports books on my phone. You know,
and I'm not bashing the books. I worked there for 15 years. I love the old days where I had to handwrite everything on the boards. When someone scored a run, I had to get the dry eraser and write. I remember those days and people blowing smoke. When hey, give me a $5 trifecta, blowing smoke in my writer's face. I remember those days, but those days are over. I understand. That's why we cannot call Vegas the mecca of sports gambling anymore. It's just you just can't.
Yeah, that's crazy. I'll tell you. Just the little sheets and stuff. There's something nostalgic about it. I don't know. It's like an old, $1, $2 poker room at the Plaza. It's just
or $1.99 all you can eat spaghetti at Palace Station.
Yeah, only on Mondays after they had real meals Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and we'll call it spaghetti. Yeah.
Hey, Lenny, you wanted a Nerfy. I'll give you a Nerfy.
Oh, yes, give me the Nerfy.
We got the Phillies and the San Francisco Giants. Hit the Nerfy in this one. I know Justin Verlander is on the bump. He's 0-6. He's a veteran pitcher to get himself out of the first inning, have himself a good start here at home. And Jesus Luzardo back on the mound here. He's 7-5 on the season here. He only has 47 innings of work. He has 51 strikeouts. I also love his over on the strikeout props, 5.5 in that one here for Jesus Luzardo. It is a little juiced. I saw it at -140 there on his strikeout prop. And as well, I like the Phillies here. This line is at a -130 here just because the name Justin Verlander and the San Francisco Giants got these Phillies yesterday. I think it's a bounce back game with one of their best starters on the mound. I love the Phillies here.
Yeah, Froggy, I think that answered your question right there. Man, Justin Verlander still scares me despite his 0-6 record and 4.84 ERA. Just for everything you mentioned, I like the Phillies. I got a small play in the Phillies run line. For a little plus money. I'm just like, it is what it is. Bruce, Bruce asked about the Astros. Yep, you asked that. You answered that.
Yeah, now that -150. That's again. There's when you're looking at games at home games. My rule is -145 or higher. I circle them on my live radar because let's say the visiting team gets a 1-0 lead right away, and now you have 8 innings to try to get that, and you're probably going to get a better number, like anywhere between -3 nickels on that if you're trailing 1-0. So why would I lay that when I'm just hoping to get a better to take a lead early or something like that? So there's a whole bunch of games I always circle for live betting.
And I'm looking up this live line right now because I can only really do this. And if you have I'm not affiliated. This is not a promotion, but if you have DraftKings, you do you, Pikachu. But like in a game like the Astros, I'm on them not to bat in the 9th inning. Or I'll do an alternate run line at -1. Some books will let you do that because I don't
Only one book. Make sure we say that. Only one book.
Only one book. I mean, but yeah, find it. But Houston not to bat 9th innings at even money at +100 on DraftKings right now. And I like that better than because I want to say I'll live watch it. I'll live bet it, but I just won't. I know how I am. I just won't. Football, I can get into a game and live bet that. But baseball, there's too much going on. I'm all over the place. So I won't watch that and live bet it. I won't pay the -150, but I'm on the same page as you. Like that's too high. So I'll try and get them in at a different angle. -1. I'm just saying. If you have that book, you should use that. That's a nice book.
Staying away from them Houston Astros, they burned me back-to-back days. So you know what? Cleveland, go ahead and sweep them. I'm done.
You got to stay true, Nick. Stay true.
Chase.
Do not bet list Houston Astros.
Check mark.
For further notice.
See you after the All-Star break. Yeah.
Exactly.
Boy, I'll tell you what. Anything else we got to plug before we bounce on out of here? We're going to cut it short today.
We have a really good soccer match in a couple hours. PSG and Real Madrid in a FIFA World Cup game.
Oh,
It's going to be fantastic. The winner has to play Chelsea in Sunday's final match in the FIFA World Cup. So I'm excited to watch PSG, which I think are the best team in Europe soccer right now. So it's going to be a fun match.
2 things I get to learn today. Besides the WNBA does nice things for the children, why does soccer have so many different cups? I can't find half these games because there's this cup, there's the Gold Cup, the World Gold Cup, the FIFA Gold Cup, this cup, the Brown Cup, the Blue Cup.
You want to know why?
I want to know why.
Because European soccer are the mecca of gambling. More cups means more games mean more action. So, yeah, we think here in the States, we have the NFL, it's creme of the creme. But last time I checked, the NFL doesn't play 365 days a year.
That's true.
Soccer plays 365 days a year. So when you have more cups, there's more action. More action means more money. More money means a lot of happy people.
But to be honest, how do you, and this is, this is probably a rabbit hole we can get down at a different time, but a lot of these players that play for specific teams that are under contract for these teams get pulled away for their their state or their country cup or whatever I'm calling country cup, to play. So how do you, who's in, who's not? Just give us a free play, Ralph.
For an odds maker point of view, that's what people want. That's what they want. They think, Plestic's probably playing for USA in the Gold Cup. I'm going to bet USA. Oh, no, he's not, because he couldn't play because he was obligated to play in his league games. They want that. For a bettor, okay, maybe the odds makers did something different and maybe they know something. Now I'm getting a better number. So for a gambler, I'm doing the research to try to burn that book. So it goes both on that one. But I already gave you my free play. I gave you 3 free plays. Boston to Red Sox team total over 5.5, run line -1.5, 2.5, 3.5, 4.5, wherever you can move it to, maybe check out that.
I'll be honest with you. I think they win by 5 runs. I agree. This is like a 9 to 1 get 2 game.
Alito, though, he could be the head case.
Oh God. Don't say it out loud. He is a head case, though. Nick, what do you got going on tonight coming up? Anything you want to plug before we bounce?
Just low volume today. Like I said, one pick in each sport there, and then a big UFC weekend here and CFL on tap, Lenny.
Boom. Raphael?
Yeah, premium playing baseball today. But like I said, Nick said it. It's a huge weekend when it comes to fights. And CFL and all that. MLS comes back into full swing this weekend. Mexican soccer starts this weekend. Liga MX starts on Friday.
Viva la Mexico!
So it's always, just because we're not in football season, there's always something to research and there's always something to bet on.
I love the CFL card coming up this weekend. Love it.
3 games. Woohoo!
Yeah, love it. All right, guys. We'll talk to you tomorrow. 1 o'clock Eastern is when we will be back. Monday through Friday, we're here 1 o'clock Eastern. Saturday is at 11 a.m. Eastern. Don't forget about the free $60 account. Any new customer, DocSports.com/free60. Get in while you can. Good luck unless you can. Unless you're against me. You know what I'm trying to say. Go